I lied, but guess what? That added credibility.
Yes, I lied, but that added credibility. I think that sentence will summarize this entire training. Hey everyone, and welcome to Nicole Reacts, where I, Nicole, react to online marketing guru trainings that I find on the internet. So, in terms of my credentials for snark, besides having an amazing sense of humor, I've also run a marketing company for 14 years. I've worked with hundreds of clients, I've built hundreds of websites, and yeah, I'm like sort of debunking some of these myths or pointing out some of these shortcuts that these experts are expecting you to buy into because I don't think it's right. So if you enjoy this kind of content, stick around. And if you want to binge, there should be a little bit of a playlist at this point on the channel to be able to watch things. And if there's a guru you want me to react to or a specific video training that you know of, I hope you comment below and let me know about it. So today's topic actually is an intersection of my interests. So I discovered anti-MLM on YouTube a couple of years ago, and I made my own video about why I, as a marketing business person, think that MLMs are not the right way to run a business if you want to run a business, because they do really limit your possibilities when it comes to you making money and creating a market for your products or services. So, like I said, I kept it purely business on that video. I'll link it below in the description in case you want to watch it. And yeah, so this channel isn't anti MLM. I am a marketing person. I just have opinions about this sort of thing. But one of the beefs I have that I didn't talk about in that video is that a lot of these MLM people will have like training calls for their downline where they specifically say, or one of their recruiting tactics is that, oh, we have all these free trainings, we'll show you how to market. And the ones I've seen, they've been snippets on other channels. And it seems like they're not very useful. They're very general, they're not very actionable. But what I've realized is that I've only seen snippets of these trainings. I've never watched a full training. And so what I thought I'd do is find a training from probably somebody with a massive downline. And the idea is that supposedly if you follow this training that you can create a massive downline yourself, right? So like the sort of implication is that these people have a massive downline because they've known what they're doing marketing wise, when a lot of times honestly it's been a lot of luck. Now, if you browse this channel, you'll see that I've literally produced hundreds of videos about what I think are useful marketing things. So nobody has to join a company to be able to see those. And there are lots of other people on YouTube and otherwise who have some great trainings that are either free or low cost. So why would you need to join a business to be able to access some great free social media training resources, right? Now, I can't actually speak to any of these trainings because I've only seen snippets of them on other anti-MLM channels. So because I haven't seen a whole training, I can't say, oh, they don't really say anything useful or they give very general information because I actually don't know that. So today we're going to watch a social media training video with Jason and Cristi Stone, and they have a YouTube channel called Team LFG Worldwide. Now, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and find out what MLM or MLMs this might be with, but something tells me the way that this is branded very generally is that they probably have some kind of massive downline, and that's why they're offering this training. Now, my first, I guess, comment that I'm going to bring to your attention before we start the video is let's look at the amount of subscribers versus the amount of views on this video. Now, I have way less subscribers than these people do, but comparatively, sort of proportionally, my videos get a lot more views. So like this is a pretty low amount of views for the amount of subscribers that they have, in my opinion. And also it's a pretty low number of likes compared to the amount of views that it's gotten. So that also tells me something might be afoot. So we're going to watch this social media training. Who knows? I have a feeling if this is going to be as fluff filled as I think it's going to be, I'm going to be fast forwarding parts of this video. But what I will do is I will indicate when I edit the video when parts have been fast forwarded and what they generally were about. I did this for the Grant Cardone video, basically to spare you a lot of weird ranting. But I think in this video, it's going to be a lot of fluff, and I don't want this video to be 4 hours long while you listen to all of the fluff. So my prediction is I'm going to be fast forwarding portions of it when I edit, but I will tell you what context was there and why I fast forwarded. So without further ado, let's listen to Jason and Cristi train us for an hour and a half about social media marketing. I'm sure it's going to be enlightening.
All right, guys, I'm going to be doing a lot of screen share presentations that I spread out over 8 weeks, an hour in each presentation. So I'm going to try to cram as much of the good parts from each of those into probably an hour, hour and a half. We might even go over. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I want to kind of get it all out there and make sure you guys learn.
I like how his wife is like, oh, that's a long time. So if she loves this person and thinks like it's too much, you can imagine what those of us who don't love this person will think about it. But let's continue.
A lot of stuff. So get ready, take some notes. I believe you guys have a notepad, pen and paper. Take notes, and then we're going to do Q&A at the end. So write down questions that you have, because
all I have on my desk literally is this Post-it note, and I have a feeling I will be able to fit all of my notes on this Post-it note. But let's see.
I think of questions you have along the way, write it down, and then we're going to do a Q&A sessions. Once I announce the Q&A, I want you to type it into the chat box, and I'll just start fielding questions from the chat box. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so first, I just want to go over a little social media training that I do with my team. So I always tell them to write down 5 things about themselves that they want people to know about them, and make that their personal brand and get rid of everything that is not that anymore. So for example, me, I am spiritual. I am a mom and a wife. I am, I have a team. I mentor and coach women. I like clothes, and I am a child of God per se, right? So that is what I have on my bio. Your bio is very, very important. And whatever on your page, any picture that is not that, make sure you remove it. What do I mean by that? I remember one of my team members, I'm not going to say her name, but she had 3 jobs. She worked with disabled kids. She goes to church, and I'm like, okay, let's go to your page. I go to her page, and all she had were like clubbing pictures. And that's fine. I'm not telling you not to be you, like be yourself. Like people know that I love to be sexy. We love to go out. We like to have fun, but people also.
So she just said that we have to pick 5 things about ourselves for branding. And the 5 things she mentioned have nothing to do with going out and having fun. So if I go to her Instagram, I better see no pictures of her going out and having fun, because she picked her 5 things already and she can't post about anything else. I have a feeling she's got pictures of herself having fun on her social media. I have a feeling she goes beyond her 5 things.
Know that we mean business. When we mean business, like it's business, right? And people respect that. So you have to think to yourself, why would I want to work with myself? Why would I, like, what is on my page that makes me relatable, or that people are going to take me seriously, right? So I told her, I'm like, girl, how do you want people to work with you when all they see you is like clubbing? I mean, you're cute. Yeah, I'm not telling you not to take pictures when you're clubbing, but let people know what you do. Let people know that you go to church, that you work with kids, that you have 2 jobs, that you're a hustler, now that you're Join Monet, And she's like, oh my God, you're so
Monet. Got it. I thought I'd have to look it up, but I should have known.
Right. And when she switched that, when she started taking her personal brand seriously, like her business started to blow up. So I feel like a lot of people, like people think like, oh, Instagram is just like, look at me, look at my life. Not anymore. It is 2019 and Instagram is not going anywhere. If anything, we're going to keep on growing, And
ooh, I don't know if this is going to age well. In the era where like Facebook lost a ton of value, what was it, a few weeks ago? Yeah, I don't really think this is going to age well.
Even if you have, 3 people that follow you, you're influencing those 3 people. And actually companies are realizing that real people like us, not like him with 5 million, but like us, we are relatable. We actually have
How does this guy have 5 million followers? Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe he'll drop some mind-blowing knowledge, but I don't get it yet. Did you see him take a picture of the screen? I felt like he was taking a picture of me, but he's taking a picture of all the people who are like watching and hanging on his every word.
better engagement. We actually, people relate to us more because think about it, you know, we can engage with a lot more people because we don't have that many followers than him. Do you think he can really talk to 5 million people? No.
Yeah, so people, I actually get way better.
He's like, no, wait. So she just dissed him for having like too many followers for him to keep in track with. He's like, no, because I'm sure he's thinking my followers are watching this and I need them to know that I care about them.
Engagement on my personal account than I do Million Mentor, because people think that I don't have time to get back to every single follower, so they don't take it as personal. So that's why your personal account, that's your personal brand.
Yeah, your personal brand is very important, not just with whatever business you're in right now, but with any business you encounter in the future. Like, it's like the new.
I'm pretty sure these guys are using Zoom because the way their name appears, it looks like it's in the Zoom font kind of thing. And let me just say, if you're doing a live stream, especially one with a lot of people on the call, it's important to cord into the internet. So most of us use Wi-Fi most of the time. And Wi-Fi is fine because occasionally the connection resets for, a fraction of a second or something like that. And we don't notice it because we're drafting an email or we're, working on some slides or something like that. But when you are broadcasting and people are watching your content, it's important that you cord in with an Ethernet connection. And so I find that already a couple of times it's happened, and let's see if it happens further. Their audio gets a little wonky. And honestly, the whole problem can be solved for the price of an Ethernet cord and potentially a little connector that would go with your computer if you don't have an Ethernet port on your computer. I'm just saying you can solve this problem for like less than $50. And this way, when you have a lot of people on the connection, you have a continuous connection and it doesn't reset. And an example of this that I have is that when our office in Bar Harbor, Maine was on Main Street, the 4th of July parade would go right by our window. And one year, the people who usually broadcast the parade couldn't do it. So I said, well, why don't we do it? And what I did was I was going to do it from my phone because I was being kind of lazy. And so I would start the stream and people would start joining. And when it got to about 25 people, it would shut off. And I was doing it through a Facebook live stream. So what I ended up doing was taking a computer, duct taping it to the windowsill so I could like angle it out the window a little bit and corded it in. And then I waited. 25 people joined and then 50 people joined. For a while, we had 150 people watching the parade stream with absolutely no issues because we weren't trying to go over Wi-Fi. So if you do these kind of calls with a lot of people, I do recommend doing a corded internet connection. All right, just a little PSA, but let's continue here. Yeah, I do want to see if they have continuing sound issues.
New business card per se, right? When you go to meetings, when you go network, do you even ask, hey, do you have a card? No. Do you have an Instagram? What's your Instagram? Come on, let's work together. Let's do this thing. So when you're exchanging that Instagram, like you have to think, why would that person want to work for me? I mean, not for me, with me. What is on my page that's going to make that person? And whatever it is, like you need to find what's you. The pictures don't have to be perfect. The content doesn't have to be perfect. It's funny because I'm like such a perfectionist when it comes to that. But then on my stories, people see the real me. They see my personality. They see that I'm in my robe all day, every day. They see like, my life. And that's more relatable than like all the perfect pictures. So like I said, your pictures don't have to be perfect. I always tell my girl, take a picture, with a timer of you on your bed with your laptop and caption.
Everybody should be taking a picture right now of the training. That's social proof that people will want in on these trainings and they're going to follow you and ask you what you're doing.
Exactly.
How do I get on this?
Yeah.
Take a picture of our training so that you can promote it to your people. That doesn't sound self-serving at all.
It's a great way to promote.
Yeah, like guys, be smart about it. I mean, when I joined my Monet team, and like my friends weren't doing it, or even if I was out with anyone that wasn't doing it, I didn't care. I was creative. I would do a boomerang if there were like 15, 20 girls that had nothing to do with Monet, and I was like, I love working, I love my team, I love working from Wi-Fi, I love my team. So yes,
So she took a picture of people, and with the caption implies that they're part of her team when they say, I love my team. 20 random girls. Yeah, that's pro tip. Be dishonest and use other people for content.
lied, but guess what? That added credibility to me.
Wait a minute. I need to rewind that like 30 seconds.
Do a boomerang if there were like 15, 20 girls that had nothing to do with Monet, and I was like, I love working, I love my team, I love working from Wi-Fi, I love my team. So yes, I lied, but guess what? That added credibility.
Yes, I lied, but that added credibility. I think that sentence will summarize this entire training. But I hope they surprise us.
To my business. You know why the Miami team is the #1 team in the world? Because that is what we promote. We promote
lying about the size of the team and the success we're having.
Community, that we're out, that we're creating content, that our business is real. Like this call right now, if you do a boomerang, like you're getting trained on social media, like your followers are going to be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing working with this guy?
That's exactly what I just did right now. I said, send me a DM if you want in on the next call.
Yeah.
My DMs are going to blow up. I'm going to get a few hundred DMs of people wanting in on this next call. And you guys
and you're going to give them to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you.
Is Jason, who is bald, in Monet or Monat or whatever they call themselves? Because he doesn't have any hair. I gotta see if he's not in Monat or Monet. I will put whatever MLM he is in on this screen right now. But I think it's a little sus that, like, if he is outranking his wife, but has no hair on a hair care MLM, a little sus here.
Thank you, Karen. You're so cute. Davids, you're here. Okay, so anyway, do you guys have any questions for me? Because that's just like the little training that I do with my girls. I'm always telling them, think outside the box. I see, like girls are like, no, but I never do anything. Like, I never go out. I'm like, then go out. Like, you guys think that I want to go to the pool or that I want to be out all day, every day. No, but there's times that
you think I'm going to the pool against my will. I don't want to go to the pool. I'm taking notes because I can summarize, I think, all of her tips in like 30 seconds.
I'm like, kids, let's go to the pool real quick. And I go and I create my little boomerang and whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's go back up.
There's times when we go out.
Yeah, we're like, we don't want to. Or trips that we go that we're like, oh.
We do things against our will, and we make our kids do these photo ops so that we can sell things to you. And then we're like, okay, let's leave. This sounds awful.
Oh, fuck, we have to go on a trip. And we're like, but the content, the content.
It's all about getting the content.
That is going to add credibility to your business. A lot of you girls think that
doing things you don't really want to do adds credibility. Yeah.
You have to wait for you to have something to do to get dressed up and take the picture. No.
Sometimes we'll get ready and then I can go out.
Yeah. Me and my friends, I don't know if you saw the last picture with the yellow dress and the boots that I posted. That was a promo for the shoe dazzle. We didn't go anywhere. I literally took off my bra and
she made me get dressed. I was in bed, just being lazy.
But it's work.
Made me get dressed up to take a picture.
It's work.
Why are you pretending to go somewhere if you're not going there? I genuinely don't understand faking a lifestyle. That seems exhausting.
Work. You guys need to understand Instagram is not just like, look at my kids, look at my food, look at my life. No, it's like, think of it as your boutique. When you walk into a boutique, if it's cute, you're going to stay around. If it looks like crap, you're going to be like, get out of here, right? And I know that a lot of you hold on to those pictures of, 2013 when you had such a good night with your cousins and your family members, and it's such a good picture. People don't care about that picture,
Delete the pictures of your family and the memories that you do care about so that you can cultivate a fake lifestyle. Also, who's scrolling all the way back in your Instagram to 2013? Whenever I get people who are liking pictures from way back, I'm always like, oh, what? Why are you looking that far back? You're up to something.
Make sure that the content you're putting out there is relatable, it's real, it's you working from Wi-Fi, you having freedom, you being thankful. Make sure that you're adding a lot of value with your captions. Before this business, I was like the emoji. All my captions were emojis. And he was always like, you need to add a value. You need to share a story. I'm like, people don't care. And it's true. When you share a story, oh my God, storytelling is like everything. Like, you have to share a story. I actually, every time I write a little story in my caption, that's like when I'm getting like the most engagement on my pictures. So make sure you're sharing your story, whatever it is. Yes, we have amazing products, but you guys know that the product is only 10%. 30% is your marketing, which is your social media, and 60% is people that relate to you, like you, and want to be like you. I tell you guys this all the time. So think about it. 10% is the product. The product's great. Yeah, I'm not telling you not to post the product, but you can do a tutorial on IGTV. That's cuter than like, guys, we have a flash sale and you're going to get this, you're going to get that. Like, people don't care. I'm sorry. Like, and if anything, a lot of girls tell me like, I want to sign up with you because all these other girls are annoying.
People are already going to know that you sell this stuff.
Yeah.
So don't push it down their throats.
So the way that I'm training my new girls, I'm like, have your introduction. Yeah. Say that you're doing this. Like, I got my box, I'm excited, I'm training, but that's it. If you're going to post about the products, post your results, post your before and after. That's another thing. But you coming out here with bottles, like, you don't know how many girls come to me and they tell me the same, like, Cristi, I just want to sign up with you because I can't deal with all these flash sales and everything else.
There is part of the training that I say you're not supposed to ever advertise, holding products, here's a sale with the price or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's always supposed to be like in the DMs.
So what, but however,
I've never understood this about MLM companies or network marketing companies. Why are you secretive about the products? Why not post the name of the product? Why not post the price? Why do I have to message you about that? Can you imagine if you had to conduct all of your commerce this way? You go to the grocery store and you're like, oh, that lady is holding something interesting. And you have to like ask her, like, what is that thing you're holding and how much does it cost? Can you imagine how long that would take and how much mental energy it would take? I genuinely don't understand. If your product is good, why you have to even seem like you're hiding it.
I have girls that do a lot of IGTVs with the products, and that works great. But trust me, an IGTV, it's doing the products, doing a tutorial, because it's like doing a makeup tutorial. It's a lot cuter and more, people are engaged to that more than just you on your stories, like holding bottles, right? So like I said, everyone does their business different, but what works for me, and it worked wonders, at least my first 6 months, was curiosity marketing. Obviously, I've been doing this for 9 months, and I'm at a rank that, people know what I do. So yes, I'm about to put like Monet here on my forehead, but before, at the beginning, if you're new, don't do that. Like, just, market your freedom, market that you're working from Wi-Fi, market that you're with your kids, that you're with your...
She's mentioned working over Wi-Fi like 3 different times so far. We're 9 minutes in. What is this? What is this weird thing with working from Wi-Fi? A lot of jobs are on the internet. A lot of jobs are online based. Like, what? Why is that a main selling point? I get that it's like working from home, but again, like, this is not unique to network marketing or multi-level marketing.
Spouse that you're, even if you don't have a team, like I said, I lied about it, like, love my team, love.
I lied about it. Who wants to work with somebody, whether they're in your upline or whether they're in your industry, who like proudly says that they've lied? This is like
working with my friends, office for the day, even when I didn't know what I was doing or I didn't have anyone to sign up. If I was at the beach, I would be like, office for the day, things like that. That's what worked really well for me. And a lot of people were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Another thing now, it's the community, getting together, events. If you don't have a team yet, if you have one market partner, get together with that one market partner and create that content. If you guys live in 2 different cities, get on a Zoom call and like love working with my best friend from home. Like, you have to be creative, think outside the box. Another thing that I tell my girls, I am a very visual learner. I don't like school. I never like to study. I literally paid my way out of high school. I swear to God, I paid for everything.
She paid her way out of high school. Yeah, this is definitely somebody I want to learn from.
So how do I learn? I'm a visual learner. So when I joined this business, I was like, okay, how am I going to learn? They're like, do the Market Partner Academy. I'm like, F that. I don't want to do that. You know, I've been doing this for 9 months. I still don't know half the products, and I really don't.
You never even went through the training.
No, like I've never had a training. I've been doing this by me listening.
She's holding a training, but she's never done a training herself. I have done a lot of trainings. I have learned from other people. If you are so arrogant that you don't think you can learn something from somebody else, like, I don't think you have any business teaching anything.
Podcast, by me stalking people. I searched the hashtag Motor Club because obviously people that have the car are doing something right. And that's when I was seeing these ladies with like 150 followers with their white Cadillacs. I'm like, okay, no, these ladies are doing it, so can I. You're gonna search and stalk, like pretend you're looking for your ex's, for your boyfriend's ex, and you're gonna find someone that you relate to.
Did you see when she said her exes? Like, he kind of like narrowed his eyes, and then she's like changed it to like your boyfriend's exes, and she tried to course correct that, but he like picked up on it.
And you're gonna be like, okay, I can do that. I can write that caption. I can do that story content and copy it. Like, nobody cares. That's what Instagram is there for. Obviously, don't copy like your best friend that you do this business with.
You want to model success.
But yes,
this model. Not copy.
Well,
we've learned a few things so far. I'm saving like our actual tactical things for the end, because I always do a summary at the end of the video of like what we've learned. But in terms of sort of moral tenets, according to this Cristi lady, we need to copy other people's ideas. We need to lie about how successful we are and about our lifestyle. And when we can't get something, we need to try to buy our way out of it, like she did her way out of high school. Amazing. Real boss babe energy here.
Same
thing. Model copy it. Model success.
Yeah,
so
find something where you want to be, something that's doing successful.
Yeah. So I suck at captions. So I actually when I read a caption that I like, I save it. I don't know if you guys know that you can save. A lot of people don't know actually that you can save. You know, when you save a picture here and you click on this, like the save little black button. Can you guys see? Okay, so if you click there, the save button. Yeah. If you click there, it says save to collection, right? And then you can organize your albums. So I have,
Do you want to learn some technology? You can share your screen.
Okay. I don't want to share my screen. Okay. I have an album that says.
She doesn't even want to learn how to share a screen on Zoom. Cool.
Outfits, captions, Monet, makeup, inspo, poses. I don't know how to pose. Like, if you put me in the spot, let's take a picture. I'm like, but what do I do? When I see a pose that I like, that I'm like, I can do that, I save it. So when I go create that content, I'm like, hold on. Okay, I know exactly what to do, because I don't have time. I'm not a model, I'm 5'1". I don't have time to be like, do I look good? No. So when I see something that I can recreate, when I see a cute outfit, when I see a cute caption that I like, because like I said, I suck at captions, I save them. But when I create the picture that I saw with the pose that I saw with the outfit that I like, I have my captions ready. And it's like, help yourself, like Instagram is here and it's a platform that's free. It's free marketing, and monetize it to use it to yourself, for your brand, and use it in any business. Because trust me, it's opened so many doors for us.
Instagram is a tool that a lot of businesses use to grow, including multi-level marketing businesses. But something that I see real businesses do that I don't see multi-level marketing companies do is you can create what's called a product catalog. Now, you do this in the Meta Business Suite, which is, I guess, Facebook's rebrand. So you can manage sort of your Instagram and Facebook underneath this Meta Business Suite thing. And you can create a product catalog inside of that. And by creating a product catalog, you can actually tag your products in your Instagram photos. So if this person really made most of her money, or even like a good portion of her money selling products, wouldn't you think that she would want to learn about some of these more advanced features that will help you sell products on Instagram? No, 10%, she says, is your actual product. but the rest of it is marketing basically your lifestyle. So if that doesn't say most of my compensation is based on recruitment, I don't know what does. But I have a feeling that because Monat or Monet, you don't really own the business. You're sort of a subcontractor or sort of commission only salesperson of this product. I don't know if you can create product catalogs with those products. I have a feeling no. But it's really interesting how she talks about the business of Instagram, but has not talked about any of Instagram's business features like this product catalog, which actually would be helpful.
Yes, I save everybody's pictures. Like I save workouts, I save quotes, I save, another thing that I tell my girls is like 10 story posts a day. You need to stay relevant, and they don't have to be you. If you're not comfortable speaking to the camera, I always tell them, try to say some commentary. The first thing you need to get over is the sound of your voice. I hated the sound of my voice on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, I sound like a man. And he's like, just talk, stop caring what people think. I'm like, no, you're right. That's crazy. This guy has been trying to make me talk on or get on calls or get on stage for like years. For years. He's been, doing his Millionaire Mentor page for how long? Like 6 years now. And I was like, go away, you're crazy. He's like, let's just take a selfie. I'm like, no, go away. I was actually very self-conscious before, this business. And this business has given me that confidence, like that push. Like, you know what? The people out there judging are not paying my bills, are not fulfilling to me. And like, you guys know how I feel about this business, how passionate I am, how much I love it. The hardest part is so once you get over the sound of your voice, because I know we sound
that was hard for me. I was scared shitless to push the live button or do a story and talk, or if I'm gonna stutter, fuck up, or say the wrong words. Like I'm normally a shy person, but the more you do it, the more you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
You're never your first video might suck, but you're not gonna get to the perfect one if you don't start. I went live yesterday for the first time ever, and when I got up of my chair, there's a plastic chair, it was soaked. I was like stuttering, I was nervous, and then I was so nervous, and then I got out of here and I started running in circles. Like the adrenaline that I felt, I was like, I went live, I did it, and it feels so good, guys. And then I started stalking myself, like my archives on my stories, and I started seeing the videos when I first started talking to the camera, and I got goosebumps. I was like, so guys, I've been using this product. Oh my God, terrible. I'm like, who is that? So just be yourself, show your personality. Like people like that.
Okay, so I do agree with her here in that if you go back and look at like the first videos that you ever make, like if you go back and look at the first videos I made on this channel like 10 years ago or something, I would hope that I've gotten better, right? I've gotten more comfortable in front of the camera. I've got better equipment and all that. But I really like this quote from Ira Glass, so I want to share it. I'll also put it on the screen while I'm reading it. So I'd like to read this quote from Ira Glass, which I think is relevant if you are thinking about being creative on the internet. And I'm going to read it, but I'll also put it on the screen. And feel free to refer back to it if you ever need the encouragement. But nobody tells this to people who are beginners. I wish someone told me. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste. But there is this gap. For the first couple of years, you make stuff. It's not that good. It's trying to be, it has potential, but your taste is still killer. And your taste is why your work disappoints you. A lot of people never get past this phase. They quit. Most people I know who do interesting creative work went through years of this. Our work doesn't have this special thing that we want it to have. We all go through this. And if you're just getting started and you are still in this phase, you got to know it's normal. And the most important thing you can do is a lot of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week you will finish one project. It is only by going through a volume of work that you will close the gap and your work will be as good as your ambitions. It's going to take a while. You've just got to fight your way through. I know that's not amazingly cheery or anything, but I think it does, especially if you are posting social media graphics online, if you are doing weekly live streams, if you're doing any of this stuff, that you got to just start doing it. And so this is literally, I think, the one thing they've said that I agree with so far. Maybe I'll have two things I agree with throughout this whole video, but
You know, when you're relatable, especially here, people from Miami, you know, we have an accent. And I used to be so cautious, you know, like, oh my God, we need to speak with Grace. And no, people love it. They're like, oh my God, you guys are so funny, your Miami accent. So yeah, just be yourself. People can smell what is it? Commission breath. People
No one should ever feel bad about having an accent, because to me, if I hear an accent, that means you speak more than one language usually. So yeah, whenever I hear an accent, I think it's kind of cool. So I don't think she should ever. I think anybody who makes people feel self-conscious for having an accent is not a very good person.
know when you want to make money out
People
of
can
them.
tell when you're not being authentic.
Yeah, people
It's gotta
can
be you.
tell like right away if you're being real, if you're showing.
So people can tell right away if you're being real, but you lied for your first whatever amount of time you were in business. There's a little discrepancy there. Which one is true?
Personality, if you're relatable, you know, and trust me, like the more you do it, the easier it is. Like now I can talk to the camera and like, you know, I'm like, it took, you know, how hard it was for me to
You adapted quick.
get on camera. I mean, I always use, you know, filters and Paris and Snapchat if you want.
All
I
the
mean,
filters.
there's so many ways that you can help yourself look cute.
What's the snark of all the filters? I'm sorry, Jason, that you haven't had to live your life where people decide whether to take you seriously or not based on your appearance.
Facetune. I mean, so many things. If you are into presets, presets are a really cute way to make your page look organized, and it looks cute. You know, it works for a lot of girls. I don't like presets because I like my page to be a little more organic. Like I'm not
She also doesn't want to learn how to do anything, so she wouldn't learn how to use presets anyway.
really trying, but I am trying because you guys know how hard I try, but I'm not really trying. But I have this app.
You know how hard I try, but I'm not really trying. This person is like a walking group of contradictions.
That I love, I'm obsessed with. It's called the Preview app. It's called the Preview app, right? So what it does, you can download pictures before you post them, and you can move them around and organize them. So you can see how your page is gonna look like before you post a picture. So that's why, even though I don't have presets, if you go to my page, you see that it flows. Like it flows, the same color. I cannot post a yellow picture with like a green one and then an orange one. No, if I'm into the blues because I'm on vacation, everything's very blue. Then I'm like city, then I'm like, it just flows. So I love that app. I always tell everyone the preview.
Do you extensively look at someone's Instagram feed to decide to follow them or not? I guess I don't really care, but I can understand how like something can look branded if it's like a cohesive color palette, or if the photos are taken in a similar style or something like that. But not posting a photo because it doesn't match with the couple of recent photos you posted, I don't know. It seems kind of silly, but I don't know. Leave me a comment if you look at someone's feed and decide whether to follow them or not, based on whether it's cohesive. Curious.
App. I mean, I'm sure all of you know about Facetune, right? Sometimes we get the perfect picture, but you know, we have like a little roll sticking out or something, and you know, Facetune like perfect. I love Facetune. I'm like, he knows what I'm Facetuning. He's like, what are you doing with your little fingers? He's like, what pictures are you fixing? I'm like, stop. I'm focused. And yeah, I mean, that is what I.
What kind of world do we live in where this woman feels a need to Facetune? Maybe she's a filter on now. I think I have a bit of one on right now while I'm filming, but gosh, it must be exhausting to care this much.
Train my girls, because my training obviously is a lot more basic than his. But just be real, like be you. Really, your pictures don't have to be perfect. You know, I always tell my girls, just you on the couch working with your kids, that's relatable. You know, you just on your phone laying, or you whatever you're about, you know, own what you're about, work with it, take ownership, and be like, this is me. And you don't know how many people you're going to inspire. You don't know how many people are relating to you. You don't know how many girls reach out to my girls and they're like, hey, I follow Cristi Stone, but I want to work with you because I don't relate to her. You know, and they found them through me, but they're like, I follow her and she's cute, but I don't relate to her. I relate to you. And that's fine. You know, so you really never know who is looking up to you, who's like thinking like, oh my God, look, you know, if that girl that's doing it, Eileen, you know, she's 9 months pregnant. She's like, I'm 9 months pregnant. I relate to Eileen. I want to do this too. So you really never know who's watching you, who you're inspiring. So yeah, I think I'm done. Do you want to take over? Do you guys have any questions
Let's
before I
rock and
go?
roll.
Because my kids are like, you know.
You know.
Okay, alrighty, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys with him. I'm gonna go be a mommy, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Alrighty. All right.
So before he starts, I want to summarize Cristi's pro tips for us here on the screen. And I'll do the same with after Jason goes too, because it seems like they have two separate presentations, which I wasn't quite expecting. First of all, I need to decide what 5 things about myself I want to post on Instagram to be relatable and stick to that kind of content, whatever those 5 things are. My Instagram is my online business card, which makes people decide if they want to work with me or not. My feed is for my more perfect pictures, and my stories is for more my real life. And I should be posting 10 stories a day to stay relevant. I need to go out and do things and get dressed up, even if I'm not actually going out, because 60% of my success is promoting my lifestyle. I need to add value with captions, and it is okay to copy other people's captions if I don't feel like thinking of my own. I need to copy other people or model success. So follow people who are doing things that work and do more of what they're doing. I can save captions on Instagram so that I can reuse them, and I can save them into collections, which she sort of showed us could happen, but did not care enough to show us exactly how that happens by displaying a screen recording of how she does it on her phone, for example. I can use the preview app so that I can check about how my Instagram page flows. And ideally, the pictures I post should kind of go together. I can use presets to create an Instagram page that flows. And to be successful, I should lie about how big my team is and how successful I am so that other people will want to follow me. Sounds about right. I just summarized 20 minutes in like what, a minute and a half just now? I feel like that is pretty much what most MLM trainings are like. Hey guys, editing Nicole. So I know what you're thinking. We haven't seen Jason's likely disorganized slideshow presentations yet. Don't worry, we're going to see them. I just decided to cut this video into 2 parts because it was getting a little long. So this time we learned from the lady, and next time we will learn from the gent. So please feel free to like and subscribe to see part 2 when it comes out, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.